Welcome to Blind Bourbon and Whiskey Reviews. I'm your host Lindsey and this is John, risking his liver to discover new bourbons. We base our reviews off of a 25-point scale we developed and then multiply that by 4 to get up to 100. We start with 5 points for smell, then 10 points for taste, then 5 for the finish, and 5 points combined for the look of the bottle and the liquid inside. Now on to the review.
It's been a while.
I haven't done a review for you in a while.
No, have not. But this one's going to be interesting.
All right, interesting.
So at first it really smelled kind of gross. So the cat found a bug.
Gross. Why would it smell gross?
I don't know, it just smelled like old wood. Like musty wood.
Okay, that might have been the cupboard. Like the cup. Did it go away when you swished it around?
No.
So it opened up?
Yeah.
Okay. In a good way, hopefully?
Yeah. It actually smells really good. Like that's when you poured it for me the first time, I was like, and I just kind of let it be for a minute.
All right.
And then I came back to it. It's very heavy on oak. Taste, smell, all of it. It's just really heavy oak. But I did get a lot of maple.
Maple.
Yep. I smell a lot of maple. It's lingering there like a musty wood, like you go in an old house that's been abandoned for 20 years kind of smell. It's weird. I don't know. I get like I don't even know. Maybe it's coriander. Maybe.
I don't even know what that smells like. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. It's like I smell baking spices, like cinnamon and nutmeg, but there's like a spice in there too, kind of like coriander. I don't know. It's weird. Weird. My nose is weird. But those are really small. Like they're very subtle smells. They're not telltale like the oak is and the maple. So this is where I got confused because normally if I smell oak and baking spices, I usually don't get really heavy caramel or anything like that.
Okay.
But I got buttered toffee, like when you're still cooking it where it's not quite candy yet, where you can still smell the butter in it. I smell that. But I also smell like briny caramel. And I've never pulled that out of anything, I don't think.
When I show you the bottle, you're going to be like, oh, yeah. So it makes sense.
So, like, as I keep smelling it, I get more sweet, briny, buttery, caramely, butterscotchy smells.
You get any alcohol on it? You haven't listed anything like that. Okay, you always list alcohol. That one.
I don't smell a whole lot of alcohol. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think it smells good. Like, I don't mind the smell of, like, that old barn smell, like the old...
I kind of like it. I don't know if I like it in a whiskey, but I like the smell of
but I didn't mind it. There's a lot of complex flavor smells going on in here.
Okay.
So I enjoyed it. Taste.
Don't go off the taste right now because that's your first sip since you wrote everything down. So it's gonna, unless you get anything different. Don't go off the heat of right now. Go off the heat of what you were doing then.
So this one's interesting.
Okay.
I really get a butteriness right, like, smacks me in the mouth. But it's also peppery. Like, I thought that when I was first tasting it, I was like, whoa, this is kind of hot. But then I was like, it's not hot, it's peppery. But I also get the taste I'm not super fond of.
What?
The very heavy oak leather. Like, to me, this is all together. If I've got one, I've got all three. So I always get like that heavy oak, tobacco, leathery taste. So I get hit with like the smooth, palatable butteriness, and then that just comes in and washes everything out.
Okay.
So I get a really heavy charred oak, leathery tobacco taste in my mouth.
You get any fruit on that?
So after I take a few sips of it, it's kind of like the smell and the taste are coinciding with each other. Because there's like the really heavy, weird smells and tastes that come in first, and then it kind of smooths itself out. So I get a dark fruit. I don't know. It's really, really subtle. Again, it's sweet. It's a very minute sweetness, but I feel like almost like a plum maybe. But it gets drowned back out by the oak.
Okay.
So it's kind of tough. I feel like it has a little bit of a rye bite, but sometimes I confuse that with when I have that heavy oak and tobacco in there, I get it confused. So I gave it a 6.5.
Okay.
I don't mind it, but I definitely want something a little bit sweeter in it. I'm looking and I'm not finding it.
It does
I'm
have
finding it
12%-ish rye, so.
okay. So that is a rye bite that I taste, but it's not bad. It's just not sweet as I would want it to be. I like you do. I like the sweeter bourbons.
Okay.
The finish is medium to long, and I get that with pretty much everything I drink that has that threesome in it again. That oaky, peppery, leathery taste sticks around in my mouth for a while. I get a little bit of rye in the back of my mouth that hangs around for a bit. No sweetness, nothing like that, but it is really smooth. Like it's a nice, it's not like when you first take a sip of it and you're like, whew, man, this bit into an oak tree. Like, it's a
Why would you do that?
well, I don't know.
Tree huggers, maybe. Tree biters.
It's a new thing. It doesn't have any sweetness or anything, but like I don't mind that oaky leather kind of. There's maybe a very soft vanilla-y I kind of taste.
Okay.
In the finish, I don't mind it. It's not bad. So giving that, I was skeptical because I'm like, with how heavy this is, I'm not going to like it. But I gave it a 4 out of 5 because I don't mind it. And normally I just kind of want it there and gone. I don't like it to linger, but this was really nice. It was really smooth.
So it's kind of funny you say you want it a little bit sweeter, because to me this is one of the sweetest ones we have.
Well, I don't think it's very sweet.
Mm.
So the look, I always do the look first. It drives John nuts, but I look at what I see right away. So it's kind of an amber honey color. I think honey automatically when I see it, but it's a little bit darker than that. It's very shimmery. It has a really thick consistency. It really hugs the glass when you swirl it, and the beads form, and then right when they hit that curve of the Glencairn, it just drops real fast. So I absolutely love it. If it was a little bit darker, I would give it full points, but I gave it 2.25.
Okay.
So
what does that bring it up to?
So 10.5, 14.5, 16.75.
Get out my janky calculator.
That never works.
16.75.
I'm pretty sure. 90% sure. 95% sure.
I don't trust you. So, what you have been drinking is a single barrel with 80-ish% corn, 12-ish% rye, 8-ish% malted barley. You have any guesses on the proof?
I'm going to say it's high 80s, low 90s. I don't think it's very proofy, but maybe I'm wrong.
That one, it's 94.
Okay.
So it's mid-90s. You have any idea what it is?
Well, the only thing I know... Whoa, shoot. We have a lot of stuff that's 94. I mean, the only thing I think of right away at 94 is Elijah.
That's 93.
I thought Elijah's 94.
So I got 16.75. Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right. So the bottle comes with a little medallion. I have that medallion.
Oh, you fed me Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels single barrel, limited edition, Eric Church, single barrel select. Bottle is right around the corner. Don't look at my man boobs.
Lord.
Ah, my belly.
Right, let's worry about that first. Well, as you can see, John thoroughly enjoys this bottle.
like this one, and you kept saying buttery and toffee
Yeah.
and stuff, and that's because I get strong Butterfinger on this.
Yeah, every time, I think John actually posted on social media this with a Butterfinger, because for a while we debated, what did we debate? It was Reese's
Yeah.
or a Butterfinger, and then
clearly Butterfinger.
it's
to me.
clearly Butterfinger. So I'm very happy that I got the
You didn't really
buttery
get
toffee-ish.
peanuts on it. I get
No.
strong. It took me a while to get nuttiness out of bourbon.
Yeah.
And then
Now it pops up all the time.
And now I'm like, oh, there's nuttiness everywhere. So, do you smell the nuttiness at all? Now you know what it is. Maybe not so much.
I
on the
feel
nose.
like maybe that's the wood smell. Like, okay, for you Michiganders, especially people from Grand Rapids, Lone Star. Do you remember walking into Lone Star and it smelled like old wood and peanut
Peanuts,
shucks?
yeah.
That's what I smell. That's the smell I smell right there.
Longhorn?
No, Lone Star.
Logan's does that.
Well, Logan's,
I don't
who
remember
cares about
Lone
Logan's?
Star.
Lone Star used to be on 28th Street.
Okay, I remember.
Over by Jaguar and
Yeah.
Mini
okay.
Cooper,
Yep,
yeah.
I remember it.
So there was a restaurant where they had booths and stuff, and they had a mat floor, and you got a bucket of peanuts, and you could throw your peanuts on the floor. The smell that I'm getting now, here I am. That dirty, like the musty wood smell is like the musty restaurant-ish with peanut shucks on the floor. That's nostalgia right there. I think the last time I was there, I was like 8. But
Do you
Yeah.
know how like all the bourbon groups slap stickers on store bags?
yeah,
This would get a Butterfinger with Homer Simpson on it for me.
probably.
It's so Butterfingery. You got a little bit different. That's good though.
Well, you and I have different palates. Everybody has a different palate, but
What would you give the bottle? I know you like this bottle.
I do love this bottle. I'm gonna give it full points. I'm
Don't
not.
need to see my face.
No. We'll just move this over here. You'll drink that later.
Probably.
I don't like Jack Daniel's traditional bottle, but I do really enjoy this one. John found a shot of it for me. And I really, I just love this bottle. So, I mean, it even has a little barrel on the bottom in the glass, so that's pretty cool.
I didn't even know that. What's the date on
pretty
it?
cool.
I remember it was like close to my birthday.
Oh, where does that say?
It's on the, yep.
Nope.
What is it close to?
Bottling date is 2/25 of 19.
Maybe it was a littler one that had my birthday close.
Maybe. Because his birthday's in August.
So,
But-
full points on the bottle. That brings you up to 19 times that before, 76. So that's in that good range, but not great. I think it's accurate. I'd be a little bit higher.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but I'm not a huge fan of Jack Daniels. It's a little... This is probably the one I'd go for if I were to get one, but
But every single barrel's different, so you don't even
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not upset with that by any means.
I wanted to
because
get you a review in with this one before it's gone, because I'm going to finish this up soon.
Probably. Well, I'm not upset with that. I fully accept that. I think that's a good review of it for me. I'm not a huge fan of Jack Daniels, but this one by far is my favorite out of all of them. So,
I mean, I know Eric Church didn't select this himself, most likely, but it's really cool. It goes along with his tour. I bought it just because of that. I'm a big Eric Church fan. So.
we are, yeah. So it's cool. It was a nostalgia bottle, but then we actually
About a
found out that we really like it too.
$55 bottle. It's
Yeah.
worth it.
It is. It's worth it if you guys see them. Not even just the Eric Church ones, but just in general. John and I have really grown fond of the
And it
Jack
looks
Daniels single
great
barrels.
on the shelf.
Yes, It's very nice.
I have had a single barrel that wasn't that great from them. So, not every barrel is great.
Well, that's to be
That
said
one
for a
at
lot of
Chubby's
things.
restaurant,
Yeah.
I didn't really like that much.
But
All right, 76.
there you go.
So that wraps up this review. Leave a comment if you have tried this whiskey and let us know what you thought. Please like and share us to social media, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a suggestion for our next review. Thanks for watching.